I wanted a lot of kids.
Minivan work.
I always knew that I wanted to be a mom.
We knew we both wanted to actually have a baby.
First trying to conceive naturally was definitely an odd feeling. Once it wasn't happening, it was stressful.
There can sometimes be a lot of shame with infertility, so it's a huge problem, but it's also a silent problem.
Doctor said, I recommend IVF. Is that really our last option of having kids?
How's everything looking?
This process can bring you together or you can tear you apart.
My husband said no.
Oh, fun.
Is my body just not made to be pregnant? I don't know anymore.
This is the day. She gonna get knocked up today.
You ready?
Let's go.
We came straight to the hospital.
I chose this field for the science and for the medicine,
This is it.
I got the results.
for the drama and for the excitement and for the amazing things that we can do for people.
I can't believe it. We did it.
I promise to create and support a family with you in a household filled with laughter, patience, understanding, and love.
We pretty much talked about having kids on our first date. We decided that, we both wanted to have kids. We wanted to start as soon as we were married.
Infertility, I don't think it was even a word in my vocabulary, but now it definitely hits close to home.
Our doctor told us that I had an extremely low ovarian reserve. They can't make more eggs come. We can afford to do this once, meaning once as in our own IVF, and go from there.
We should do this more often. When I came out, I just thought that, okay, well, I'm out. I probably won't get to actually have a child. I met Jesse and we knew we wanted a family.
When I met Sarah, I told her that that would be the way that we would move forward with having a family. It was just about who was going, all right, who's gonna do it first, who's gonna try. I'm 6 years older than Sarah. We knew that I would be the first one to be considered to start trying to have a baby. When we had the failed pregnancy, that was heartbreaking. Sorry.
It's a hard word to say, but Jesse felt like a failure.
I was in a state of shock. I was very sad. Right.
I knew I wouldn't do it as gracefully as Jesse probably could, but, I was prepared to do it regardless.
Is it how many minutes?
You say within.
I'm so happy, I'm so blessed that God would bless us with a child. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. The moment when we saw that pregnancy test, and it was like a few seconds pause of disbelief.
I remember. She was starting to get the baby bump. We had our 20-week appointment, and that's when things changed pretty quickly.
We ended up delivering at 6 months and 2 days. It was devastating to lose our son.
If we were writing our story, we would write something different. We have to be okay with not getting pregnant the natural, simple means.
We know, Lord, it's not the IVF process that we're putting our hope in, but we're putting our hope in you.
With IVF, we mimic what happens inside a woman's body, but we do it in the laboratory. We can take sperm and eggs, combine them, create embryos, and then we can transfer an embryo, which will then hopefully result in a healthy pregnancy. Step one with the IVF process is where the female takes injections to stimulate egg follicles to grow.
Just making sure there's no air bubbles.
We're getting ready for the progesterone shot.
A woman can take upwards of an average of 100 to 120 injections.
It's day 3, medicine time.
I gotta get beyond these shots. These shots cannot stop me. That's gonna hurt.
Oh boy.
Is that what you're gonna do every night?
I'm gonna do this every night. Today is our egg retrieval. This is one step closer to getting pregnant. You gotta get the eggs first.
Let's do this thing.
Don't do it. Here you go. But no, there's no. All right. So you see where your head goes?
We have about 30-something follicles that the specialist is gonna go in and retrieve, and we're gonna hope that there's lots of eggs.
We're gonna take good care of you, okay? In vitro fertilization is really the only option for her to conceive with her husband, James. The egg retrievals were under sedation. We can then collect the eggs and the fluid from each follicle. We hand it to our waiting embryologist to see if there's an egg present.
13. 14. 15.
That's an egg retrieval.
Hey!
I never imagined starting my family this way. It took so long for me to get that out of my head, the stigma of it.
Feeling all right? Yeah. Hanging in there? You did really well. You got 27 eggs.
Oh, 27. That's
Yeah.
more than what he said.
That's very
I thought he said
good.
22.
So you did very well.
There's still several things that needs to happen in order for us to hold our babies. We need miracles.
I think that's the magic of IVF, is that for the first time we can see the sperm and egg interact underneath the microscope. For the first time we can see embryos develop.
After our retrieval, we got 5 eggs, which turned into 2 embryos, but unfortunately our 2 embryos did not make it. Sorry, I'm gonna cry still thinking about it. That was the hardest thing ever. It was literally like losing our children. After that, we decided to move forward and start pursuing embryo donation.
Basically, somebody else had gone through the process and had leftovers. And it just made me feel good about all the people that would be getting helped in the process of this.
We are here at our last monitoring appointment to see if my lining is thick enough and ready for our embryo transfer. How's everything looking?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just getting nervous.
Well,
Did it get smaller?
We'll take a look at that in a second. I just want to take a look at everything and then I'll give you my best thoughts.
It's really just hard because, you know, the obvious reasons of putting myself through all this. It's also terrifying to really think that this may never happen for me. That is, you know, is my body just not made to be pregnant? I don't know anymore.
This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice, and she gonna get knocked up today.
So we're transferring 2 embryos today.
Literally moments away before transfer. Just letting you guys know we're doing well. We're excited.
For a patient like ours, Latanya, who has had severe tubal damage, we can now create embryos in the laboratory and transfer them up into the uterus itself in hopes of getting her pregnant.
You know, we would take a test and every night it got darker, the line got darker. And we're just like, oh my God, this might be it, this could be it. Went to the doctor and they checked and it had taken and it was positive. And he had a heartbeat and they turned up the loudspeaker. We both started crying. I mean, it was the best sound I think I've ever heard in my life. And we were like, yes, we made it to that step. Let's keep it going,
Coming up. the moment of truth.
I'm nervous of what a bad result would do to Kerri.
You can already see that we're a wreck. We got news.
Will the dream of being parents ever become a reality?
This is it.
So I got the results from the blood this morning.
Yes.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.